Hi guys! I'm really excited to show you my newest bullet journal and planner collection. This is the A5 Rhodia Goal Book, which is a bullet journal, and Perpetual Planner, which is a weekly planner with a really interesting layout. So I've never had a Rhodia before, and I just recently decided to try them, and I am super impressed and really excited to start using them. So I've got 4 of them here, 3 bullet journals and 1 planner. Let's start with the planner. So as you can see, it's A5 size, and it's a true A5 like the Leuchtturm A5. Here it is in comparison with my Hobonichi cousin, which is in a jelly cover, so it looks a little bit bigger, but they are pretty much identical in size. You can see that the Rhodia planner is quite a bit slimmer because it doesn't have daily pages. And it has this beautiful faux leather cover, which is really satisfying to the touch. I would say that it feels chunkier and more substantial than the soft cover Leuchtturm or Moleskine covers. Just has a really nice, smooth, satisfying feel. I love it. And you can get these in a whole bunch of different colors. I was quite overwhelmed by the selection that they have. So as you can see, I've gone for a range of different purple and blue and turquoise tones, but they also have red and orange and yellow and green, and it's truly an amazing rainbow. And I think that you can get all of the different designs in the different colors. So this is the one that I went for the planner, but I also really like the colors that I got for the bullet journals. So they all have this orange elastic strap, and I think in most cases it actually looks really good in contrast with the covers. The strap is like what you would get for a Moleskine or a Leuchtturm, and you can see that it has rounded corners, which I love. And it has the Rhodia name and logo embossed on the front, which is something that I always was a little bit put off by beforehand. I generally like it when the cover is completely smooth and the logo's on the back, but because it's such a fantastic design in all the other respects, I'm pretty content with that now. It also says 365 perpetual, and that's because it is an undated weekly planner. And I know you might be thinking, what, you don't like undated planners? So hang on a minute, I will explain. This is what the side looks like. So it has this little 365 logo here, and then on the back it's completely plain. Then if we open it up, we get some beautiful bright orange end papers. And this is pretty thin cardstock. It's a little bit thicker than the actual paper, I think, but not by much. And you can see how bendy and flexible, but also thick this soft cover is. Just a really nice feel. Okay, so now we have a title page, and it's 90 GSM paper, which is 10 GSM thicker than Leuchtturm and 20 GSM thicker than Moleskine. Really nice quality paper, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. It's extremely fountain pen friendly. It's beautiful paper, but I actually like paper that's a bit on the thinner side. I don't really like the 120 plus GSM paper, and so I am happy that it doesn't feel super thick. So it says 365 at the top, and then it has a little blank spot here where you can write your name or your details or whatever you want to write. And I like the fact that it doesn't specify, it doesn't say name, address or whatever like some of the other planners do. It just has these lines and you can put what you want there. So it's Clairefontaine paper, which is what Rhodia planners and notebooks always use. And here it has an index. So again, this is left blank, so it's got lined spaces for you to write and then put the page number on. The planner doesn't have numbered pages. It's still nice to have this here because you can use it for whatever you want. Then we have a vertical yearly spread, which I really like. So it has 1 column per month, 6 months per page, and you can now see here some of the interesting features of this planner. First of all, the paper is very creamy, I guess I would say. If we compare it to the Hobonichi cousin paper, which is white, you will see that there's quite a dramatic difference. And you can also compare it to the paper in a week's, and you can see that it is quite a bit creamier and darker than the week's paper as well. So I quite like this paper, but I like both creamy and white paper, so either way I would be happy. The planner only comes in this color of paper, but when it comes to the notebooks or the bullet journals, you can get them either in this creamy or in a white. And this is what the white looks like, just a bit of a spoiler. So you can see that's really bright white. So the month names are all in lowercase, and it has everything in French and English. And it gives you one line per day, and it doesn't indicate what the days are, just the dates, because this is undated. Now, a really interesting feature that I have never had a planner with before, although I have seen some on YouTube that have this feature, it's that it has perforated corners, so you can tear off this little corner when you're done with it, and that's an easy way for you to find where you are in the planner, because as you can see, it does not come with bookmarks. So I think that this is quite an interesting feature, and I'm kind of excited to try it. So here we have our 6 months, and then we have the next 6 months from July to December. And then we move on to another interesting spread. This is a different kind of 6 monthly spread. So instead of monthlies, you know, like a month on 2-page spread that you get in a lot of planners, it has this set up here where you just have a blank third of a page per month. So you can write in dates that come up, like say I use this for tracking, I use my monthly spreads for tracking. So I would write in, you know, which date I did a particular task, and it's unlined, doesn't have dots or lines, but you can see through from the previous page. I'm not sure if it's coming up on camera, but you can see through to the lines on this page, so you can actually use that to guide your writing on this side of the page. On this side of the page you don't have any guides. Then you have the second 6 months of the year, July through December. And then you move right into the weekly spreads. So this has a really nice layout that I have only ever seen an exact match of on the Hobonichi weeks. So it's undated, like I said, so you have a space to put the date in here in this little boxed off corner, and then it has the day of the week with a Monday start. And then it has a place for you to write the week, the month, and the year, which you can leave blank or cover up. That's what I'm going to do, because I think if you have dates, then you probably don't really need it here. I guess you could just put the month at the top. And what I really like about this is that it gives equal space for every day of the week. So in most of the planners that have this type of layout that I've seen from other European planner companies like Moleskine and Leuchtturm, it splits the weekend, and as you probably know, that is my pet peeve. I hate it. So I was really excited when I found out that this one doesn't do that. It gives you equal space for every day of the week. And you can also put page numbers down here. There's a little space for a page number or any other kind of number that you wanted to record. And over here, it gives you a place to circle the day of the month that it is, or you could actually use it for a number of different things. You can keep track of days of the month, like use it like a little mini calendar. You know, like the little mini calendars that you get at the top of the weekly spread in a Hobonichi Cousin. You could use it like that to circle the current week. Or you could use it as an hour tracker, in fact, because it goes up to 31, but you could use it for the 24 hours, and you could track your sleep or track your work hours or whatever you want. So I think that that is quite a nice feature to have there. And then the other thing that I really love about this spread is that it has dot grid on this side. And this is something that I have never seen in another planner. So like I mentioned, Moleskine and Leuchtturm, in their planners that have this type of layout, they have lines on this side, and I hate line paper. So I was really delighted to see this with the dot grid, because I like that much better. The only other planner that I know of that has a similar layout is the Muji planner, and that has grids rather than dot grids. It has the square grid lines, and I like this a lot better, so I'm really happy with that. And then you just have this layout continuing through the whole year. So you get 53 spreads, so you can keep a whole year's worth of planning in this. And then at the end, it has a few note pages. So I think it has 10 note pages. And again, they're dot grid and they're beautiful. And then, last but not least, I have a pen test to show you. So I did a pen test with all of my different fountain pens, which you can see here, and also, just for fun, I tested a Spectrum Noir alcohol marker and a Sharpie fine point out of curiosity, and these are the results. So you can see that it holds up beautifully to the fountain pens. This is all kinds of different fountain pens and different inks, and there's absolutely no bleed through, and some ghosting as you'd expect from a thinner paper, but it's, you know, really, really nice quality. Smooth and satisfying writing experience, and it didn't seem to take that long to dry either from this pen test. Now, obviously the alcohol marker and the Sharpie bled through, which is what I was expecting, but I think they would do that with any paper. And then it has this end paper, and then it has the pocket that we would expect from a bound planner with a reinforced side flap here, and it's orange on the inside as well, and that's it. So I am going to use this as a personal planner because I have discovered that while I love putting stickers in my Hobonichi Weeks, I don't like how fat and chunky and lumpy it's become, and I've decided that I am definitely a slim weeks person. So after I finish this one, I'm going to move over to this one because I think the fact that it's A5 size and it has thicker paper, the paper is almost twice the size of the 52 GSM Tomoe River paper, will make a big difference in terms of it not getting as bulky and lumpy. Okay, so now let's look at the bullet journals. So these are basically just notebooks, but they have a couple of really, really nice features apart from the beautiful design and the same fantastic 90 GSM paper. So, like I mentioned, I got them in 3 different colors, and there are many more colors, but I had to draw the line somewhere, at least for now, and I'm going to use these for journals because I've been journaling a lot and I like the A5 size and I love dot grid and numbered pages. So these ones also have the Rhodia logo on the front, and then it says Goal Book here, and it's debossed, and I actually really like this. I think that this is a very satisfying design. Let me see if I can bring that any closer there. So on the side it says Goal Book, and it has the same orange elastic, but the notebooks also have a pen loop. So the planner doesn't have a pen loop, which I think is kind of a shame because I love built-in pen loops, but these guys do, and they're all orange. And it's a nice size pen loop. It's elastic, so I think you don't have to worry about what kind of pen you want to put in it. Same rounded corners, which I love. And let's look at the inside. So you've got the orange end paper, which is really pretty. And you have 2 bookmarks. One is orange, and then one is the color of the cover, which I think is beautiful. And I think that they really go nicely together. It looks like the ends might be shredding a little bit, so I'll see how those hold up after I started using them. Then you've got the same front page that you have on the planner, except that the planner has this little 365 logo at the top and this doesn't. So here you can see the difference between the 2 shades of paper. So for the bullet journals or notebooks, you can choose whether you want white paper or cream paper, and you can see what a difference it is between them. This one is like really creamy and yellowy, and this one is really very bright white. So I like them both. And here you get a contents page, and you get 3 spreads, so 6 pages of contents, which I think is really generous compared to what you get in, say, the Leuchtturm. And then a really cool thing that makes this great for bullet journaling, which is why I've been calling it a bullet journal, is that you get this same vertical spread that you get in the planner. So you get 1 column per month, again, no days, nothing in bold, it's just very clean, very sleek design that I really like. January through June, and then you get July through December on the next spread. And then you get this same spread that you have in the planner, where you can use it for tracking or for forward planning or for whatever you want. And I think it's really flexible and really nice that they have it here, because this means that if you wanted to use this for a bullet journal, you already have some nice pre-set planning pages. So we have January through June. Again, it's unlined, but you can use the lines from the previous spread on this side of the page. You can't do it on this side of the page though. And then you have another spread here for the last 6 months of the year. And then we have a blank page that just has the Rhodia logo, and then we start with the note pages, and they're numbered. It made my heart sing numbers starting with page 1, and you can see that it's quite a faint, pleasant grey dot grid, and it starts very near to the top. So you see there's not much of an edge around the corner, and then the dots go all the way down to the number here, and there's like a little square that's been left for the number to go in, and then again the lines go all the way to the bottom and all the way to the left hand side, and it continues like that. So here's page 2, page 3, and you can see that the dots go all the way to the side. At the beginning of the book it doesn't lay completely flat, although if you press it down a little it's fine, but as you get towards the middle of the book it does lay completely flat, so I think it scores well on that front. And you can see it just continues like this with all of these beautiful numbered dot gridded pages until the very end. It has 224 pages, and then you have your end paper and a pocket, and that's it. So here is the difference between the white and the cream in the notebooks or bullet journals. So you can see what that looks like. And again, you get the beautiful bookmarks in the orange and cover color. So this one is called, I think, turquoise, this one is iris, and this one is purple. Look at this, a really beautiful rich purple there. I love that. And this one is called sapphire. So these are my new favorite notebooks, and I'm really excited to start using them. So I'm going to show you what they look like after I've been using them for a while, particularly the planner, and I will give you an update there. I hope you enjoyed this and found it useful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!